Hello, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus. We're doing a general divine masculine, divine feminine reading today. So we're going to pull a card for the feminine on the right, the masculine on the left, and just an overall energy for the feminine, please, and for the masculine. Okay, so we have the feminine and the magician reversed energy. So we have a feminine who's feeling a little bit disempowered right now. And I'm feeling that there's something that she cannot quite put her finger on, a place where she's leaking energy, a place where she's feeling disempowered. There's a specific tool or gift that she does not feel is developed well enough. So this is a feminine who feels particularly related to love, that she's discovered something about herself that makes her potentially further behind than she thought she was in terms of coming into union or coming into a relationship. Perhaps she thought she was ready, but she's not, or there's just something that she's discovered that isn't great, and she's not quite sure how to take this news or how to take this discovery about herself. Interesting. Let's get more information about this. Where is my... Okay, so we're going to pull from the Dreaming Way Tarot. What can we know about this? What is making the feminine disempowered? Okay, the Nine of Wands reversed. Interesting. So it's like the feminine has discovered the ways that she blocks her own shot, the ways that she has self-sabotage, the ways that she has disempowered herself in the past, or that I feel that she has this new level of awareness, and it's this level of awareness that makes her seem disempowered. That's the funny part, is that I didn't really feel the negative kind of like aspect of this magic card in the reverse. I was really feeling like it was kind of in her head, and it is sort of in her head. It's in her head that she has discovered the ways that she can be, the ways that she does not show up in relationships, or the ways that her inspiration or her passion kind of works against her and works against this relationship, or relationships in general. So it's almost this self-awareness. It's not that she's actually disempowered or out of her power. It's actually that she's stepping further into her power by understanding and having this self-awareness. So like before, it's kind of like not knowing. You only know you're wrong when you find out that you're wrong. Before then you were wrong, but you just didn't know it. And now she knows it. What else? The Ten of Cups. And the Five of Swords. Okay, so there's some pragmatic or technical details. Okay, these details or these things, these ideas, these thoughts, it's sort of like she's just letting them go. She's just letting this person walk away feeling like they got everything. She's letting someone be right. She's coming into this place of like emotional fulfillment, and she's recognizing that she wants a family, whatever that looks like. So in this card, this is a very traditional looking family, but this could be, she wants to share a cat with someone. She wants to, the feminine is very much in this space of understanding her own happiness, her own needs and wants, and just kind of letting go cutting her losses. Okay, so let's take a look at the masculine, and then we'll take a look at the shared space. So we find the masculine in this Princes of Staves reversed. So the Knight of Wands reversed. This is kind of not a great place to find a masculine. He's in this sort of, what I'm getting from this is he's in this sort of like, it's almost like when someone's too horny that they can't actually get off. Like, it's like on, off, on, off, on, off, like accelerator, brake, accelerator, brake, accelerator, brake. There's like a glitch in the system with this masculine. There's something going on here where he is oscillating between, like, I'm going to go out there and charm the pants off of someone and be kind of like a charmer, and then, no, stop, I don't want anything. Like, it's very masculines, if you're watching, what's going on? Let's take a look. Let's pull some more cards on this. Okay, so we have a Tower reversed. Okay. So the masculine is sitting over here, trying to hold up a ceiling that's falling down all around him. The masculine is struggling to let go of something. The masculine is confused. The masculine needs this tower to crumble, but he's holding on to it for dear life, with both hands. He's like, no, this is still what I'm riding off into the sunset with. I hate to break it to you, but it's not. He won't let this epiphany happen. Why? What's going on? Why? This is very different from what's going on with the feminine. So far, it's very different. So by now, you should know whether you take up the feminine or the masculine role in this reading. All right, so we have this bright and vital energy, this longing for action, this longing for this new beginning. And it's like he's chasing it, and then he stops, and he's chasing it, and he stops. Because he's chasing the wrong thing. What's a masculine chasing? The Hierophant. Interesting. Okay. So this masculine wants something unconventional. This masculine wants to break tradition or step outside of tradition, or break down some kind of barrier or power structure. And then he wants to reserve it. Okay, so we have a masculine who may have some cultural differences to the feminine, religious differences. There's something about the feminine that does not fit with what he would typically go for, or what would be socially acceptable for him to go for. Yeah, so same-sex relationship is one of the possibilities there. But this stop and go energy is really frustrating. But we have the sun illuminating everything. Like, he's got this nice warmth going on. Let's take a look at the shared space. What's going on in the shared space? How are they communicating, or what's happening in the shared space? I love all of these cards. They're just so beautiful. Shared space. We have oppression. Dido. The Tower. This relationship is undergoing some stormy times. The shared space is a mess. Is this the same one? Number 16. Yep. Yeah. The shared space is a mess. The shared space is so neither one of them are allowing this relationship to break through. The feminine, because she understands how she blocks her own shots. So she understands it, but she continues to block it in the shared space. The masculine, who's doing it because he doesn't know from his head from his butt. Sorry. It's frustrating. This energy right here is so frustrating. Okay, so let's take a look a little bit more. Let's flesh out this shared space. Why are they both like this? If you are in this situation, you're probably laughing along with me, because why are you like this? Two of Swords, a Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, so there's a sense of choice in a situation that is very much led by fortune. So both of you are in here thinking you have a choice in the matter. And sure, to some extent you do. But there's also an aspect of this relationship that is fated, that is absolutely 100% it's going to happen. You have a shared space, for crying out loud. It is going to happen in some capacity. But with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I just feel like it's like you want it to happen, but each of you keeps throwing shit in the wheel so that it can't move and it can't move forward, which is similar to like blocking this tower, like staying in this burning tower. We have the tower reversed twice. Okay, so there's epiphanies that need to happen. There's breakthroughs that need to happen. There's, sudden changes that have to happen. And it's almost like these sudden changes keep happening, but the masculine is not looking at it. He's like blindfolded. He's still over here going, I need to make a choice. Meanwhile, the universe and life is making choices all around him. Let's see what can the feminine do to bring this relationship closer to union? Because I feel like this relationship is literally like, you could be a day away from union and you could be years away from union. Like with this oscillating energy and with this kind of denial in the shared space, denial of the Wheel of Fortune. What can the feminine do? I think one of them is own up to the Five of Cups. Okay, so move through some grief. And this is so interesting because the Two of Cups is still standing here. So though she may have lost everything else, and there may be, the ones that she's looking at here, the Five of Cups, fixated on what she's lost, what has spilled, what isn't there. The Two of Cups is standing behind her. And that's this shared space. That's this relationship. It's always there. It's always in the background. So just acknowledging that it is there and it is safe and okay to love this person. It is safe and okay to love this person. And if it is not safe or okay to love this person, this reading is not for your relationship. Okay? I just want to make that clear. We are not over here trying to encourage toxic relationships. What can the masculine do to help this relationship? Prince of Coins. He's got to make an offering. He has to make an offering. Masculine has to bring something material through. So, you know, a reliance on the shared space is a reliance on something that is vaporous, that is something that is non-tangible. And this is asking the masculine to bring something forward, to bring this out of spirit, emotional, mind realm, and actually physically meet up or pass on a present, or like some kind of physical gesture that shows the feminine that he's in this. Yeah. Let's do a check-in with trajectory and the themes that are going on in this relationship right now. So I'm just going to pull some of these Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. Let's show me the masculine. Okay, we have the masculine as the palm tree. Show me the feminine. We have the feminine as talking. What's blocking the masculine? The golden mirror. Yeah. That's that Prince of Wands. Again, it's that reversed energy. And what's blocking the feminine? The butterfly. Okay, what connects them? Coffee cup. And what's hidden? Twin flames. Can't make this stuff up. All right. If you subscribe to the idea of twin flames, if not, this is just a deep, balanced connection when it gets going, when it gets to the good place. And outcome, not enough. Okay, so we have some answers here about what's going on at this time. Okay, so let's start with the masculine. We have the masculine over here with palm tree. It says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. So this is a masculine that is working on building his life, working on building his nest egg, working on building his stability. And the stability is really dedicated to his relationship. That's what he's building it for. He's building it so that he can have, that stability, or bring that stability to a relationship. So if you are in connection, if you are not out of connection with this person, and you're like, I don't know, married to them or in a relationship, they may be hyper focused on work right now. And that's why you're not really feeling a deep connection to them at this time. And then what's blocking him is golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Okay, so this is what we see with the love bombing, that in and out, in and out, in and out. This is a masculine that is expecting the feminine to love bomb them. This is a masculine that's expecting to be lavished with love and praise and approval for doing almost nothing. Because we see here that he needs to bring his coins forward. He needs to bring an offering forward. But he's expecting the feminine to do all of the legwork, to do all of the loving work, without actually, like he's sitting back here protecting himself in his crumbling tower, protecting himself, wanting more instant gratification from the feminine, wanting her to maybe chase him even, or just words of affirmation, things that, and which is like, there's nothing wrong with wanting attention. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be loved. But what he's expecting, or what he understands love to be, is this more love bombing concept, which is where, it's essentially a way of someone gaining your trust and then manipulating you. So this could be indicative of his past relationships and what he's used to. And so when the feminine comes up with something real, or comes forward with like her truth, or her some sort of criticism perhaps, or just like something that isn't praise, he retreats. He doesn't like that, and he goes back to his stability, and he flip-flops back and forth over here. Okay, so we have the feminine here with talking, and so that's where I'm getting this idea that she's interested in talking, interested in conversing more. It could be conversations, or this tangible thing that wants to come forward, that she wants to have come forward, or that he needs to bring. A weighted message arrives: text, call, email. So the feminine is over here ready to talk. But when she talks from a real place. She's not just love bombing, she's talking about things, because it seems to me that the communication has been shoddy, or it's been up and down, it's been a little bit and she's not getting what she needs from the communication here. And so she's ready to communicate more, but the masculine is only wanting to communicate if it's like, hey, you're the best, hey, you're so this, you're so that, like, he doesn't want to hear anything that isn't just pure love right now. But the feminism doesn't seem to be, like, with this talking, it feels very grounded. It feels like it's real. It's not like I'm just going to love all over you and skip the real stuff. Because this is, like, when you start to get into what the connection actually is here in the center, this relationship needs real and solid communication. You can't just like love bomb them and hope that it works out long term. It's just not going to work. What we have blocking the feminine is butterfly. Okay, so this is relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child growth. So I feel that what's blocking the feminine here has nothing to do with her own growth, although it looks like that's what's blocking her. Her own growth tells her she's not ready yet, but her own growth also tells her that she needs to communicate, that she doesn't need to. So for instance, if she is aware that the masculine just wants like unlimited praise and none of the real stuff, she's not willing to compromise that. Because she's grown, because she's recognized how she would sabotage things before. And maybe she would have love bombed this person at the masculine at another time in her life, but she has grown, and so she's not going to do that anymore. And so we see her, what she's blocked by is that the relationship isn't evolving because there isn't this communication happening. There isn't this offer coming forward because the masculine is over here oscillating between should I, shouldn't I? What we have connecting them in the center, so what connects the masculine and feminine besides the tower, or that's what's in the shared space, is the coffee cup. So meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So this is what is at the core of this relationship. This is where both of them can start. Okay, so rather than starting with praise or just simply deep communication and talking, it would be good, although this favors more the feminine than the masculine. This favors what the feminine wants to do, which is talk more, which is communicate, which is get together as friends and have real and honest conversations. This coffee cup is about meeting up somewhere neutral potentially and having a conversation, physically moving forward with something, mentally moving forward with something, understanding where both parties are at. It almost feels like the tower will stay reversed until this happens. It's like that's what's holding up the epiphany. That's what's holding up the relationship, is that they that they're not meeting up, that they're not having this conversation, that you aren't. Sorry, because this is for you. Okay, so what's hidden is that this is a twin flame connection, yin-yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And this is hidden because they're not meeting up, they're not having this conversation, they're not open to that. And why? Not enough. We have frustrated, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So this goes for both parties, that there are issues of jealousy, there are issues of fear, of ego, of self-sabotage. But mostly what I'm getting from this is a lack of self-worth. So there's an ability on both sides for each to tell themselves that the other doesn't feel what they feel. That's why we have this frustrating energy in the center. And that's why we have this this cog in the wheel. We have this slowing of a process, or this feeling like it's a choice. It only feels that way when you drop into that space of low self-worth, where you think, oh, they're not going to like me, I'm not good enough, or vice versa, where you're thinking, well, to hell with them, I want to be with someone who wants to be with me, that kind of thing. Because the issue is not, the issue is all internal. It's like if this masculine and feminine just sat down in a room together and actually like vibed and talked to each other and like met each other and met each other's eyes and like this is, there's no other obstacle except for their own insecurities. The feminine is more aware of her insecurities here, I think, than the masculine. But with a twin flame connection, there's always that level of balance. So if the feminine understands her insecurities, the masculine will follow suit eventually. Like he will like learn from observation, basically. Because the masculine is usually the person. It refers to the person who takes the physical action in the relationship usually, and the feminine takes the emotional action and the spiritual action. She leads the way in that way. All right, so that's what I have for you. I hope this was amusing, if not interesting, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if it resonates. Take care.